We put pressure continuously. Hi guys, and welcome to Tactical Combat System channel. This is the first video from a long series in which I will teach you how to throw the knife in my own system, combat throwing knife. For today's video I will use the next type of knives: the cold steel balanced throwing knife and 3 other types of custom knives from Heber Knives. From the beginning, I want you to understand what combat throwing knives means. We are not talking here about sport competition throwing knives. We are not talking here about entertainment throwing knives. We are talking about combat. You must not be an expert in the knife throwing techniques to understand that you cannot hit a target that is more than 4, 6, 8 meters away from you, in the idea that his movements, it's a moving target and his movements are unpredictable. You cannot hit it in such a way to eliminate it. So combat knife throwing is happening in close distance, so you can hit with the knife and the target cannot move in that time, or if it's moving you can stop it with the force of the throwing knife. Many they have a false idea about what throwing with a knife in a target means. Many they are thinking that when you throw with a knife you are killing that guy, or you can use the knife to kill all the targets that they are coming around you, or all the aggressors. But this is a false idea. Knife, it's a defensive technique. I throw with the knife because, let's put a scenario, somebody is coming with a metal baseball to smash my head, and another one it's coming with another white weapon, blade or something else, and I choose to throw the knife so I don't take a baseball bat in my head. This in the idea also that I must protect my family, I must protect my life. So that stopping power can happen, the percentage that also will be a kill shot if I'm hitting a vital organ. But you must understand that a moving target is very hard to hit in such condition when you have adrenaline and other factors that are influencing your throwing. But more than this, it's only hitting this power that the knife is putting inside the target. It's stopping him from his action. So then I can run, I can even make evasion, or I can deploy my secondary weapon and use it to eliminate the target. To understand better this idea, I will show you how more powerful is the throw than when for example, I have the knife and I want to stab somebody. I want to stab it, and this is the power of the knife when I stab, and now I will throw it from there. So to see the power of the throwing and the power of when I put it with my hand, you must only push with the fingers. This is exiting very easy. It's more hard because the penetration power of the throw is deeper. For the grips, I use normally 2 types of grips. There are more grips, but I'm using 2. One, it's the hammer grip, and one it's with the thumb up. Hammer grip, thumb up. So guys, for the beginning, I want you to be very close from the target. I repeat, combat knife throwing is happening in close distance. At the beginning, for the start, you must be very close to learn the movement and how to throw the knife. When you are close to the target, don't hit with power, because you don't know the movement, and it's existing the chance that the probability that the knife is twisting and is coming and hurt you. So we start from a normal position, close, with the leg in front, like a fighting stanza, in which my strong hand with the knife it's in front, and my leg, my right leg, it's in front, me being a right-handed person. If you are a left-handed, it's normally twisted. You are in a normal position, close to the target, and from the beginning, I want only, with a hammer grip, I want only to give the hand up, give it in the target. Sometimes this will neither stick because you don't have power, but the idea is when I am throwing to learn the movement in such a way that the blade is coming with the tip of the blade. Yeah. The movement in front is like this. I'm bringing my hand up and I try to give it vertically, keeping this movement. I don't let my hand, and the knife is going like this. The knife it's slipping. It's going alone by the force from the hand. Yeah, the grip it's not a hard grip. I don't contract my hand like this. I let it soft, close from the target, up, down. Close from the target, up, down. Close, up, down, vertically. Up, down. Of course, after you are managing to learn the technique and you are better and better, this technique must be an explosive technique. So this penetration power must stop the aggressor. Again, easy, leg in front, hand up, we throw. This is the movement. Up, we throw. Up, we throw. Repetition after repetition until you get this muscle memory and you already begin to learn the movement. So guys, I want to say to you one very important rule. You never throw your only knife that you have. I have multiple aggressors. I am in danger of to losing my life or my family lives or other civilians, and I decide to throw the knife, but I decide to throw the knife to stop one of them because I have other secondary weapons. If I don't have secondary weapons like other knives on the belt or other knives at you or handgun or I don't know what other weapons you have, you don't throw it because you remain with empty-handed. So basically I throw it and now I am able to deploy my other knives and continue my stabbing or fighting with other targets. So I repeat again, knife throwing, combat knife throwing, I use this knife. This is a balance thrower knife. It's a little bit heavy and big. Basically, I don't know if you will carry all the time this with you. I will show you also with the other type of knives. But I use this knife because of his stopping power. Normally you can kill with it, but the idea to hit, even if you train continuously, the idea to hit a zone like the eye, like the neck, or vital spots in which the knife will penetrate and hit, for example, the gray matter of the brain, it's very hard because the target is moving. So we go on the idea of hitting with the power the target in such a way that that guy that is coming with an axe to smash your head will be stopped by the knife that's entering inside him. After you practice from the close distance, we increase the distance a little bit and we do the same thing. So after you master the close distance, you can increase a little bit the distance. And we throw it. What is the best distance for close combat throwing knife? If I'm here, I can touch my aggressor with a punch and the aggressor can touch me. So I'm in a fighting stance in which I can cut with my knife. If I go a little bit back, I don't catch with the punch, but he can catch with the leg or he can catch me with an axe or a baseball bat. So the distance, it's a little bit more bigger than this. The distance is the distance in which he cannot touch you with his leg or other object that he has in his hand. So this is depending on the situation. If he has a machete, it's one distance. If he has a long baseball bat or a axe, it's another distance, yeah? So this is remaining at your latitude. You must appreciate the distance. I am in the fighting stanza. Again, another thing. If I want to throw the knife and my target is at 4 meters far from me, and only I will make this movement, all the people will react the same. They will move, they will protect their face and move right back. Doesn't matter the where, but it's unpredictable movement. So when I will make this, if the target is at 6 meters, it's very hard that I am hitting him with a knife, because even if I have a rock or something else and I want to throw to hit his head, the target, it will protect himself and move. So this is the reason why the combat throwing knife is happening in close distance, because he will not have the time to move, yeah? And even if he's moving, my target is here, so this knife will penetrate his body. Even if it will not hit a vital area, it will manage to have a stopping power in such a way that is stopping the action. And then I can deploy my other weapons and fight with the others. I will show you now how you can correct your distance when you throw with a knife, especially at the beginning. If I throw with a knife and my knife is sticking in the target in this position, this is meaning when the handle is down, is meaning that I must move back a little bit my distance. With half a step or a step I must move back. So when I will throw, it will come straight. If I am throwing and it's coming in this position with the handle up, means that I must close the distance with half a meter, or depending also about your height, yeah? This you are making by testing, but all the time when the handle is down, you must move back. When the handle is up, you must move more in front. This is only for the beginning until you learn to throw, because after you will know to throw also from bigger distance, also from closer distance, also from moving, because I repeat, the idea of combat throwing knife, it's about moving, throwing and moving. All the targets that are remaining in the same place are dead targets. So we are hitting, we try to hit that target, and then we try to evade or to access other weapons. The technique that I am using, especially not only in this video but in general in the combat throwing knife, it's calling no spin throwing. Even if it's calling no spin throwing, it basically has a half a quarter of throwing, so it's calling no spin. After the next step, in which you learn to throw from a little bit more back, we begin now to throw and move. First we throw and then we move, and then we'll learn to throw by moving. So first I am throwing and then I am moving, and in the same time you combine with the other techniques that I will show you. I show you in the previous video to deploy your secondary weapons, yeah, this or the belt knife, or doesn't matter what you have. So your training after you learn to throw must be combined with the deployment of the knives that or other tools that you have, and I was showing you in the other videos. So I am throwing and I'm moving, deploying my knife. I can do the same thing on the target. If I have only one target and this is coming with an axe, I'm in the fighting stance and I decide to hit. This knife already stick in it. It was hitting him. Even if it doesn't hit him in a vital area, this power, this shock, it's stopping him. So now I can deploy my other knife coming near and doing the elimination of the target. Like you see, when I'm throwing in this moment, I am with the left leg in front, because after you are learning, you must not have a special position. I must throw only like this, because maybe when you throw with a knife, you are it's mandatory that you are moving that from this position. Maybe it's closing the distance, and you must make again distance between you and him, the target, and to throw. So after you learn in the normal position, you begin to change also legs. It's in the same manner. My movement is the same, only that I let a little bit my weight now on this leg, but the movement of the hand is remaining the same. Also, I can step. For example, I am in this position and I am stepping laterally, shooting through. Another exercise that you combine the skills of knife combat, yeah, with the throwing. It's by standing in the one position, I'm making techniques, I don't know, cutting techniques, yeah. 1, 2 step, and then twist it to the target and throw it. So I have one target with which I am fighting with the knife, and then another one that is coming and I'm throwing the knife to it. Of course, you can make it more. So I have 1, 2, 3 fighting with one target, throwing the knife, taking the other knife, coming and eliminate it with my secondary weapon. So now I will show you with more smaller knives. All the time heavy knives are better to throw, because also the power when it's hitting the target it's higher. But also with these knives it's the same concept, the same movement, you only must practice it. And of course the good part of these knives is that they are more smaller and you can have it more easily concealed or carry with you, yeah. So the same concept with normal knife, more little knife, the same distance, the same movement, also only that the grip now is changing. When I have this kind of knives, it's very complicated to make the thumb because it's very thin. The hammer I can do, or another grip that I am using, for example, I am catching it like this, half of grip, and the thumb is coming. These holes here are specially designed, so when you throw, you know, for example, when you are at 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet distance, you know where to put the finger, yeah. With the small ones, is the same. I take the position, the grip that I show you before, I take it up, I put it in the target, up, I put it in the target. It's the same. After you practice and practice, you learn. It's exactly like the shooting. I'm shooting and then I have another target in which I come back, I have my target in front, and then suddenly I must hit this target. I only turn my body and make the movement. So after some time, doesn't matter anymore the position. You can be on your leg, up, twist and shoot. You can be in, doesn't matter the position, every strike it will go in your target. And of course you are looking for deep penetration power, so this kind of strikes will stop your aggressor. Even if it will not be a killing power, it will not hit a vital point area, it will stop it from his movement. I am fighting and suddenly I must draw my knife, then I deploy my other secondary weapon.